Speak to you ahead of your fixture against FC Leopards over the weekend. How is the situation like?
Let me tell you, I think this rest has come at a very good time because before that, I may say we were not really doing well because we drew a lot of matches that we should not have drawn. But basically, we have really tried to improve on what are necessary for us to work on before we face FC Leopards. And we've done a lot of finishing because when I was analyzing the matches we have played here, we've played very, very less goals. We've scored very less goals. So that is one department that I was really working on during the break.
And of course, FC Leopards, they are struggling as well. You lie sixth on the log with the 40 points. Initially, you started as favourites for the league title. What happened along the way?
No, let me tell you, we are having a very tough league in Kenya, and every team is very, very competitive. Even if FC Leopards, they're struggling, but I know they're going to give a very good fight. Then, of course, I know they're having that confidence or maybe motivation that they're playing Go TV. So it's only that I pray when you're playing FC Leopards over the weekend, they're not going to put their strong team. Having an eye maybe playing against Sharks. But definitely when we go there, we're just going to do our job, try to get the 3 points, which we really need a lot.
Some of your players having featured for the national team around the during the friendly, Joaquin Satudo and Patrick Matasi. Besides them and having made a comeback, probably will they feature for your weekend time?
At the moment, I've not made my decision because those are very, very important players in the team. And especially Atudo being the captain. I know he has played the 2 games for Harambee Stars and even Matasi. But for Matasi, I'm not really worried. Maybe I'm really worried because of Atudo. Because before even the Harambee Stars traveled, we had a very congested fixture. Playing on Saturday, playing on Wednesday, and then again on Saturday. And it really takes a toll on the players. So I'll see how he's reacting. Maybe the two days that he's going to come Atudo, and assess him quite well and see if he's going to play over the weekend.
Why are you not worried about Matasi?
Being a goalkeeper, I'm not really worried, and then he's still young. Then of course he didn't play the second game. I remember against in Thailand, he didn't play the second game. So he's a fresh guy, but it's a long journey. So we'll see. But we really need Matasi in the match.
Your squad comprises of both experience, gelling with the youth, of course, having brought the likes of Dennis Mukaisi, and I've seen also training with you guys and blending with the upcoming players. How has it been like?
It has been good because I'm a coach who believes in a mixture. You have the senior players, and then of course you have the young players. But sometimes there are cons because in the second leg, most of the players, they look tired. They look tired because these are players that have played for a long time. And you'll just see in the second leg of the league and also second half, always second half, you find that your team is getting tired and somebody to push them. In terms of energy, you find that you're not getting the right energy to finish the game. So that has been a con for us. But I like a team that has leadership because if you put Atudo there is Jerry there, maybe Mkaisi, they give good leadership to the team.
And the expectations as far as the target as the season comes to an end?
Let me tell you, we started the league quite well. And unfortunately, along the road, we were not strong enough. Gor Mahia has really, they have been really superb this season. And as per now, we are not giving up. We want to meet our target. And our target was we want to finish among the top three teams. And I believe we're still there. We're still there, and we'll do it. We'll do it.
Coach, maybe just the same question, but different way.
Yeah.
20 points behind the leader.
Yes.
So you say it's over.
Yeah, I cannot cheat you. Right now, there's no team that can catch Gor Mahia. I'm talking about the form they are in. And then you find that the teams that are chasing Gor Mahia, we are dropping points. If it is not a draw, we are losing. So it's very, very difficult to catch Gor Mahia. But we'll give her the fight. We'll always fight until the end.
Any injury concerns for your side?
So far, I don't have any major injuries. I just want when Matasi, Simon Bugwa, and Kaisi come back, Atudo come back, then we'll assess their fitness. But so far, I think everybody is quite able to play.
A coach for both local sides and abroad. What do you make of Stanley Coach Okumbi going forward?
I think, okay, Harambee Stars, there's that pressure. There's always pressure to perform in the national level, yeah? And I believe Okumbi is doing a good job. Let's give him chance. Let's support him. Especially we local coaches, we should give him a lot of support. The federation should give him a lot of support. I love the way we are organizing our things. We're having a lot of friendly matches. This is very, very good for the national team. Something that we were not used to. But the thing is, I know we have a lot of players, very, very good players. But at this stage, we should settle on a team. We have not really settled on our team, especially the first 11, and that is becoming a big problem for us.
And do you think, of course, when the new federation was coming into power to replace Sam Nyamwea, we saw Nick Mwendwa saying that probably his chief target is to help the national team qualify for 2022 World Cup. Is it high time Okumbi should go to the grassroots where there is plenty of untapped talent to groom them heading into a tournament that is earmarked for, I think, 5 years from now?
Now, let me tell you the mistake we normally. Let me tell you the mistake that we normally do. First, we don't have the structures. Unless we have the structures, then Harambee Stars will be performing quite extremely well. Now, we start at the top. We always start to build Harambee Stars at the top. That is wrong. Let's see the grassroots. Let's start from the grassroots. Let's have under 12. Let's have under 17. Let's have under 20. Then let's have under 23. Then the senior team. You see, when we say we are going to qualify for the World Cups or Cup of Nations, that's a lie. If we are supposed to qualify for the World Cup 2022, then our team should be playing the under 20s and performing quite well. As we speak now, under 19 is going on in India. Kenya team is not there. So we cannot say that we are going to maybe qualify for the World Cups when our unders, the youth, they're not performing well. So unless we start from there, and Germany did it quite well. In 1989, they didn't do well in the World Cups. Then 2000, they didn't do well in the European Cup. What they did, they started from the youth. They started the under 12, and those under 12, they're the ones who are playing now. Unless we go that way, we'll just be dreaming going to the World Cup of Nations. Because let me tell you, countries are really developing. Uganda is developing. We are still there. If not, we are worse. We are going down. Rwanda is developing. They have a very good structure. We are still down there. So it is very, very hard for us even to catch up with the East and Central countries.
So the option of the federation rushing to have friendlies as opposed to structures, it's just...
That's something mirage, yeah? It's not working because we are having friendlies. For what? We have to ask ourselves, why are we having friendlies? Is it for East and Central? Then we don't have a target. That is very, very cheap. If we are having friendlies because of East and Central, then we are moving in the wrong direction. We shouldn't be doing that.
And of course, finally, there has been existing only one striker since the days of Michael Okot.
Yes.
It came Dennis Oliech. Right now it's Michael Olunga. That when, in times of absence of Michael Olunga, the attacking department is not sparkling. It's quite blunt. Yes. Has not been lethal up front.
Yes.
What do you think has been the main undoing?
Let me tell you, that's a very, very good question. And that is, you look at our local league. Foreigners are coming. Someone comes in the second leg, a striker, now he's a top scorer. It tells you a lot. We have not really invested in our striking force. And it's also a challenge for coaches, we coaches. We have to identify good strikers. Otherwise, look at our league. The local players, our top scorer has, out of so many games, he has less than 10 goals. That is very, very sad. And that is one area we have to work on and invest on. Otherwise, these strikers will never have good strikers in the next 5 years. We'll never have the Mike Okots, the Motegos, the Dennises. We'll never have that. So we have to really invest, and that is why I was saying we have to have very, very good structures down there.
Are Nick Mwendo's spending so much time answering to critics rather than going down to work, and building structures rather than having friendlies and waiting on what Kenyans will say and then respond?
Let me tell you, our federation, they should really work under pressure, and they should really work well. We need those critics. If we don't have those critics, there's nothing we are building. If it is, and because let me tell you, we are having very good critics, and they are very, very right. It is positive criticism. That one is welcome, and we have to learn from that. Whatever the stakeholders are saying is very, very important for our football, and we really have to listen. They're not just making noise. Even my team, they said that we are having a lot of draws. That is a point. So it is upon me as a coach, see, why are we drawing a lot of matches? And we learn from that. So positive criticism is very, very right for our federation.
Coach, lastly from me, what you talked about being able to settle on the first 11.
Yes.
How long does it take for national team coach to settle on?
It is just a matter of identifying and good scouting. If you get the right players, then it doesn't take you a lot of time. It doesn't take you more than 1 year, because we have played so many matches. I mean, the league, we have played so many matches. It's very, very easy to know who is national team material, who is not national team material. Then we have a lot of players who are playing outside Kenya. They are players who are very consistent. Those are the players that we should be looking upon to. We should be calling for the national team, not every Dick and Harry, because we are calling some players who are really not helping Harambee Stars, and it's cost.
Finally, having been abroad in India, what do you make of, or rather your comparison of Indian football and Kenyan one?
Let me tell you, I'm so happy India is hosting World Cup under 17, and that team is doing very well, and that is where we should be moving as Kenyans, or as a country. It is very, very unfortunate that we were not able to host Chan. That's a very that's something that passed that should not have passed, because that is where we show our talent. The young players who are there, I think if we had hosted the Chan, I believe a couple of players could have made it in Europe, and it's unfortunate we didn't do that. India football is really, really moving forward, very progressive, and you could see the foreign players that are now going to India, very quality foreign players, and this is because they have really invested. Then look at the facilities, look at the pitches they are using during World Under 17, quality pitches, and that is what we need in Kenya.
Coach, with their local sites, Madara United, what do you make of the entire coaching in Kenya?
I think one thing is now we have so many coaches, and we have so many coaches with license. Let's just use these coaches. That is what I believe. Let's just use these coaches, especially the coaches that are holding a license. Yes. If we have good structure, then most of us with a license, we can be handling this under 19s, under 20, and that is what Germany is doing. All the coaches that are having a license, they are holding they're looking after the youth players.